Hello lovely souls, welcome back. Today we're diving into the split cup acrylic pouring technique and we're using tiger inspired colours. So thank you so much to all my members and subscribers, you mean the world to me. Really love being on this journey with you all, seeing what you're creating and all your suggestions. So welcome aboard. If you haven't been here before, I'm Marie-Louise. Please do subscribe if you're enjoying my videos. So today is Talent Tuesday with my wonderful friend Kim, and today I'm experimenting with the split cup technique, acrylic pouring that beginners fall in love with, and I'm using tiger colours. So this was inspired by my lovely friend Colin. He wanted me to do acrylic pouring with tiger colour pour, and I've got golden iridescent from Pebeo, I've got ochre from Daler Rowney, ochre yellow, and then I've mixed up a orange iridescent from Pebeo, and this brown here is a mixture of Deco Art Espresso and a tiny bit of burnt umber. And here this has got burnt umber in the black, so it's not really starkly black, it's just got a little bit of tigery brown in the black, if you like. So I've got all the colours together, and I've got white as well. I'm going to put a tiny bit of white in there. So this is a pure experiment. I've been studying colours for ages, and looking at how tigers move and how much black is in them. It's amazing how many colours are in them. So let me know at the end if you think this is a tiger pour and what you think. So I'm using two different rounds today, 20cm and 7cm diameter. I've got a paintbrush there just to put some ochre around the edges, and so it's nicely coloured. And putting that to one side, I'm just literally going to dip the paintbrush in the ochre. Now all the paints are mixed up as per my normal pouring medium, which I'll put in the description below. I'll also put a link there to the video that you can watch if you'd like to learn how to mix your acrylic pouring. I use a very simple method. I do add a tot of Liquitex gloss pouring medium. I just find it really helps with flow. You don't have to, you can just use paint and water, but beginners love this, and it's just such a lovely technique. So you can use, I'm using the pouring mix that I've already made to put a layer on the paint here, and you can see how it's got a really nice it's not transparent at all, it's got a really nice opaqueness to it, a nice thick consistency and solid colour. As we prepare the canvases we're using today, I'm using three main colours: a warm golden yellow, a rich burnt orange, and a deep dark brown for contrast. So I'm using the gold to highlight the yellow and the orange for contrast with the brown, and the black I'm putting on the outside because I do want it to have an impact. When you put colours on the outside of split cups, they tend to show more, but I want this black to show all the way through all of the colours, so I'm only putting it in one chamber. But you'll see in a minute I'm going to put the yellow in two of the chambers, and then the white I'm literally going to just use a dot at the end, so you'll see how that turns out. So I'm putting the yellow into the second chamber, and then I'm going to put it into the fourth chamber. So I'm putting just under the amount of black level wise of the yellow, because I want to top it up with gold and a bit more of that yellow as well. So yeah, that's a gorgeous colour, really rich and very tiger-like. What do you think? Quite bold colours, don't you think? Very rich colours. So there's the gold, and the gold and the orange are both by Pebeo. The ochre is the Daler Rowney, and the espresso is by Deco Art. So I'm really enjoying that. I can see how the weight of the paint is affecting how the silicone opens and closes. Can you see how each chamber is becoming full? I love silicone split cups. Have you tried it at home? Love to see what you've done and how you use it. So you can see there I'm layering again and just having the top layer of yellow. So the gold is just like a really nice accompaniment. It doesn't sort of have its own effect. It just almost supports the yellow. So just finishing off that yellow, I'm going to keep a little bit just for the end in case I need some more. And then I'm going to just get that little, yeah, if you get any paint in the chambers, it doesn't matter so much. But I just use my finger just to get out the most of it. It's just a tiny bit there. And I've got my espresso brown going in now. Nice bold colour. Already it feels like a tiger colour. So yeah, studying tigers for ages. And I've got to give a shout out today for Mark, my lovely friend Mark from MJ Fluid Art. I came across one of his old videos with tiger colours and he used a very similar technique. So check out his video. I'm going to put it in the description. Thanks so much, Mark. You're such an inspiration and friend. Yeah, he's a lovely, lovely guy, and he's so meditative. Meditative, that's easy to say, in his work as well. So top tip, just try and keep the colours or the layers even, and don't worry if you blend slightly, because that's part of the magic, and you want each colour to have space to flow but also meet in a beautiful unexpected way, and every time will be different. It's never the same. So once the cup is ready, we're gently going to turn it on its side and pour onto our 20 centimetre canvas. And I really want to show you how the colours move and interact across the larger surface and then the smaller one. I had a little go earlier with different colours, and this is the first time actually doing my tiger pour, so here we go. So I'm going it around in a zigzag way, so I'm sort of almost going intuitively with how it feels the tiger colours go, and then in the middle I'm going in a different direction just across the canvas, and I'm going to go, I think, toward the outside and just really gently allow the paint just to pour and blend, and you can see how the scale changes in this one to my other one. So I'm just filling in the gaps a little bit, going over with different colours, and it feels like a real tiger as I'm pouring. I just love these bold colours. So can you see the pattern starting to emerge? The stripes and the swirls and all those wonderful organic shapes reminiscent of tiger markings, I think. So we're just tilting and tilting. And in a minute you're going to see just how different it is when we use the same split cup with the paint left over on a smaller 7 centimetre coaster. The movement is more contained in that one, but the patterns are just as enchanting. I just think if you see how the change occurs with the scale of it, and one of the tips here is when you're using up the paint for the larger canvas, you have just enough left to do the smaller one. And this is what I'm planning for my workshop on the 3rd of February. So I'm really doing this video for my students to show technique and how we can play with it. So enjoy the journey as you watch this smaller canvas unfold, and I'll be back to show you the wet and dry results at the end.
Writing down my thoughts, although my words, they don't seem to flow. So I keep telling myself, yeah, I just need a little time away, inspiration to fill my brain. But all of this just feels the same. So I keep telling myself, no. Didn't wanna hear the ring, so I put my phone in the top drawer in my bedroom. Need a little time just to be alone. No, I couldn't see straight, so I shut my eyes. Try to zone out, leave it all behind. Forget all about it, just for peace of mind. Think of all the things I write, all the late nights, tell me I'm fine. Feeling like I'm left behind, running out of time, out of my mind. Maybe I should just get high, let it pass by, tell me I'm fine. I know I'm gonna be alright, it's out of my mind, out of my mind. I think I will start anew. it, zone out, leave it all behind. Forget all about it, just for peace of mind. Think of all the things I write, all the late nights, tell me I'm fine. Feeling like I'm left behind, running out of time, out of my mind. Maybe I should just get high, let it pass by, tell me I'm fine. I know I'm gonna be alright, it's out of my mind, out of my mind. Of all the things that I could be, and I'm upset with thoughts of here.
I'm so pleased with how these colours turned out. This is a little tiger coaster. What do you think? What do you think? So this is the end result here on the little one, 7cm canvas, and it's going to be a coaster. And then look at those stripes. These are the wet and dried results for my 2 coasters today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm just thinking, you know, whether you're working on a large or small canvas, the split cup technique invites play, experimentation and discovery. So take your time and enjoy the moment and just let your inner artist explore. So next week we'll be doing another split cup technique with different colours, and one of my lovely members and friends, Jill, has chosen the colour palette. So let's go now and see what Kim from Kim's Art Alchemy has created, my wonderful friend. Her video will be in the description and comments below, and let's go and see what she's created. So let me know what you're doing in the comments below, what you think of these colours, what other techniques you'd like to see, and thank you so much for being here. Keep shining, and don't forget, your art is a piece of you. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.